must-win for Germany if they want to keep alive their hopes in the World Team Championships here in Bremen. Boll is going to serve. No, he's not. Wang how? Wang Liqin even. So the world number one, Wang Liqin, to serve love all. First game. And it's Wang who takes the first point. A little bit of topspin on the serve, flicked off the end by Boll. And that's a great forehand down the line from Wang. The return a little bit high from Boll. Backhand down the line from Wang, set that point up. And then the forehand. Boll having to back away from the table to give himself a chance to get in with that topspin. Boll was a slow starter in his first match against Marlin, lost the first 2 games, but then came back strong in the next 3 to win 3 games to 2. Boll doing well, keeping up to the table, holding the ground. It was Wang who backed off a little bit. And the error, again, coming from the backhand side. This time, Boll guides the return, perhaps with not enough pace. Wang Liqin in with a strong backhand topspin. Really is about who can get in with that first strong topspin. A lot of tactics involved in the service, the return of serve, to manufacture a situation, to construct a situation where the player can get in with the topspin. The reverse service action, the bat going away from the body, around the ball, so the side spin sometimes around and under, a little bit of backspin on it, or around and going over the top with the topspin. This time, Wang Liqin read the spin perfectly, steps round, strong topspin, into the backhand of Boll. Wang leads 5-3, has 2 serves to come. Again, Wang in with the first topspin, this time into that crossover point, into the body, underneath the playing arm, that sort of area, and that's where the opponent is not sure whether to play backhand or forehand. Wang will be disappointed there. The return from Boll was a little bit high. It was short, but you can see there, it's a little bit high. Wang choosing to go for the more difficult option down the line. It's a smaller target to hit, but the counter topspin this time on the diagonal. Into the Boll backhand. Boll, of course, left-handed, so the Wang Liqin forehand topspin on the diagonal goes into the backhand. But a good backhand topspin from Boll. Keeps his hopes alive. He's only 2 points down as this first game comes towards its conclusion. Certainly gets towards the business end. Again, Boll, I just thought a little confused. Should he play backhand? Should he play forehand? Came across a long way to make that backhand. Hindsight's a wonderful thing. Perhaps the forehand topspin would have been a better choice. Again, it looked as though the return was slightly high, but it's an error from Wang. Maybe it was short enough to create problems. But that was certainly a lifeline for Timo Boll. He's got his 2 serves to come. He's only 2 points down. very fortunate for Wang. That literally clung to the net as it dropped over. Absolutely no chance whatsoever to get that net cord back. Wang, 2 serves to come, 2 points required to close this first game down. And there's the first one, that strong forehand topspin down the middle. That was a rocket. They don't come back, that's for sure. Three game points for Wang. And the flick doesn't quite come off for Wang. 2 game points remain, but it's Boll's slight advantage in that he has the service to come, the 2 serves. This game by no means over. It is now. Wang Liqin wins the first game, 11-8. Can Timo Boll recover? We'll find out shortly after this short break. And so Timo Boll back at the table. And the song in the background, Magic Ball. And I'm sure Timo Boll hoping to play some magic shots as Wang Liqin comes back to the table for the start of the second game.
This is game number 2. Germany will serve 0-0.
It's Timo Boll to serve at the start of this second game. Love all. This time, fortune favours Timo Boll as that block just catches the top of the net, trickles over. And again, despite a desperate lunge from Wang Liqin, point to Boll. 2 out of 2. Wang with his 2 serves to come. The return was high. That's what caused all the problems for Boll. He had to scramble away from the table quickly. And of course, when Wang's in full flight with those forehand topspins, it's tough for anybody. Boll will be disappointed there. Missed the forehand topspin, just caught the leading edge of his racket, flies at the end of the table. And that's as good as it gets for a forehand off the bounce. Came across the inside of the ball. You could see it kick off away out to the wide forehand of Boll. Misreads the spin. Didn't quite get the racket angle correct. Scores level. Wang to serve. The return slightly high. There we see, just a little bit too high. In he comes, bread and butter. Forehand topspin, wide to the backhand. Point to Wang. And that's the way you have to play. Keep Wang under pressure. Boll holds his ground, counter topspin close to the table. Scores level, 4-4. Boll trying to get round on the backhand side to play this forehand. Gave himself a good chance. Sometimes the arm gets cramped close to the body, but not on that occasion. Ball moved quickly. Just didn't seem to get the timing right. Wang returning long. Tactic there, just give yourself a bit more time to see where it's going. But the ball bounced high, kicked into the table. The spin has that effect. Scores level, 5-5. Wang to serve. And it's Boll who comes out top. Top spin to top spin rally. But he was certainly assisted there by that net cord. And he acknowledges that good fortune, like the sportsman he is. Ooh. Wang Liqin missing that forehand topspin. The flick was good. The topspin catches the top of the net, flicks off the end. The return was high, the topspin was strong from Boll, but the placement into the backhand, and that's very good control from the world ranked #1 player. Held his ground, and he just blocks that out wide to the forehand. Point to Wang. That's a great backhand topspin off the bounce. No hesitation. No compromise, positive play. 2-point lead for Boll. The crowd chant for Timo. Backspin on the serve. Ball pushes into the net. Last serve in this sequence of 2. Good placement by Wang. Backhand. Boll sort of went to play a backhand at first, if we look carefully. Changes his mind, drops the back away from the table. That hesitation cost him the point. Scores level, 8-all. Business end of this second game. The return wasn't hard enough. Again, it's into the backhand. Boll's relaxed. He's going to take it on. You've got to put him under a little bit more pressure. Up they go. The German bench. Nine all. So the crowd trying to lift Timo Boll. 9-all. He's already 1 game down. That was a great shot. The return wasn't bad, but it was just that fraction too high. Drifts over the white line, the sideline. Wang's in, and his placement's good. Again, you saw the slight hesitation from Boll. He thought it was going down the backhand. Last minute adjustment, too late. And it's game point to the world #1, Wang. Ooh, the push was long. Perhaps took Wang by surprise. I think he'd have been looking to make that forehand topspin. The odds were on his side. But I think we can put that down to an error rather than a .1. Alternate serving now. First player to win 2 clear points. Boll to serve. And Boll threw that one up a little bit higher. Wang didn't quite get his racket over the ball sufficiently, and now Boll with a game point. Just long. Wang has the advantage of serve, but he faces a game point. That was a great flick. That was a good return from Boll. He read the spin well, the return was tight, but that was world class. The flick deep into the backhand. And if you don't see world-class table tennis when you're watching the number 1 and 2 in the world play, then where will you see it? And this is certainly living up to expectations. Again, fantastic table tennis. Didn't quite get hold of that backhand as he would have liked. It went a little bit higher. Wang Liqin's in with the top spin, at the counter top spin, away from the table. And now, once again, Timo Boll with a game point. Just composing himself, taking his time. And the backhand on the diagonal, off the bounce. Timo Boll takes the second game, 13-11, and levels this match at 1 game apiece. The crowd are ecstatic. The German bench are on their feet, needless to say. And there's his backhand taken early. Out wide to Wang's forehand. Second game to Timo Boll, 13-11, 1 game all. Mistimes the backhand, Wang. Boll will be happy with the start. Honours shared. 1 point against the serve. And again, it's those forehand top spins. Boll, being left-handed, gets that little bit of side spin. It's coming into the body. You see here, coming across into the body of Wang. This time it's Wang who holds the ground, stays up at the table, plays the forehand close to the table. Boll tries to contort himself to get in with his forehand topspin, doesn't quite work. Again, 1 point apiece, 2 all. And that was an error from Boll. Wang just slowed the play down. It's been fast and furious, and then we get this short high push. Just changed the tempo. But having said all that, it was a relatively easy shot for Boll. Opportunity missed. And that backhand topspin again looked like an error. The return was a little bit high. Let's have another look. The return, yes, it pops up a little bit. And so 1 error apiece there. 3 all. And this time, Boll attempts to get round to play the forehand from the backhand side. He gets round okay, but just doesn't quite find the correct bat angle. And the backhand topspin goes off the end of the table. Long push deep into the backhand. 2 out of 2 against the serve. Wang now with his 2 serves to come. What a rally that was. Wang had to push himself up off the floor at one stage. Fantastic play. Everyone a rocket. This is table tennis of the highest order. You don't see this every day, that's for sure. He knows he had a chance. He's delighted. And that's an understatement. And a knowledgeable German crowd here applauding that great point despite their boy losing it. Boll, 2 serves. The backhand wasn't quite hard enough. Wang was able to come in with a strong topspin. Top of the bounce, drills it into the backhand. Liqin, he was happy with that point. That's better with the backhand topspin from Boll. A lot more pace on the topspin. And so again, the lead 2 points. The player's entitled to use the towel every 6 points. 12 points have gone in this 3rd game. So the player's entitled to remove any perspiration, particularly from the rackets. Sweat on the bat, and the ball just drops off. Oh, that was a fantastic backhand from Wang. It just looked as though Timo Boll had got on top in the rally. That's the one there. It's deep, it's on the baseline. And a little bit of psychological warfare going on out there. (8-5), that was a big point. The return, let Boll down there. The forehand push return, he comes underneath the ball too much. It pops up into the air. And they don't come back. It's as simple as that. And that's 2 out of 2 on the Wang serve. Boll now a little bit of work to do to get back in this 3rd game. And that's a good start. I think he was held by a thick edge. Let's just see on the replay. The bounce kept low, that's for sure. I don't think he caught the edge, perhaps the baseline. Wang seemed to indicate it had been an edge. The backhand topspin down the line from Wang. Wang now leads 10-6, 4 game points for this 3rd game. Let service, the ball just catching the top of the net. And again, a wonderful topspin exchange. Both players having to contort themselves into ridiculous positions to play those forehands, and eventually Wang having to play a backhand from a long way from the table. 3 game points, 1 saved. And there it was. Wang staying close to the table, playing top spins, backhand and forehand. It was a great rally again. That backhand from Timo Boll just landing the wrong side of the net. And so Wang Liqin takes the third game I should say, 11-7. He leads by 2 games to 1. That backhand into the net. And Wang turns around to the bench. The clenched fist, he's delighted. He leads 2 games to 1. He's 1 more game from victory. And so, a delighted Wang, but he knows he's still a lot to do. He has to win another game.
Game number 4.
Chinese bench on their feet.
0-0.
Boll serving. Love all, 4th game. 1 love. Good start by Boll. 2 points with the serve. How many can he take against the serve? All 3 points having gone with service. And that's now all 4 points with the serve. Timo Boll will be hoping that trend continues as he now has 2 serves to come. The crowd showing their appreciation of that point. Boll just over hitting the top spin. Took it very low, but only missed by the smallest of margins. And Wang staying up to the table. There's a determined look about him now. He's not backing off. He takes that forehand on quite early. The second men's team semi-final later on this afternoon, again live on Eurosport, is between Hong Kong and the Korean Republic. Korea, the second seeds in this competition. They have the current Olympic champion, Woo Sun-min, and a very strong squad in depth. They have prepared in France, while the Chinese team chose to take their large squad over to Austria to do their final week or so preparation before moving into Bremen. Large squad, lots of practice partners. Preparations very precise, very professional. and the score's level now. 5-all, fourth game. Wang Liqin and indeed China, 1 point, 1 game away from victory and a place in the final. They are the holders. In fact, this match, a repeat of the final 2 years ago in Qatar. Germany runners up. And there is where Wang Liqin is at his best. Up at the table, spraying the ball around the table. That one's lifted high, he's got time. He uses a little bit of disguise with the body. Brings his bat around the inside of the ball, so that's got side spin. You could see there the pace on the ball, the speed of the ball, and they're happy. You can see the pressure they're under. The forehand flick. Down the line from Boll. Just catches the top of the net. This time it flicks it off the end of the table. He's disappointed. The crowd are disappointed. Wang is delighted. The crowd trying to lift Timo Boll. He's still very much in this. He came back from 2 games to 0 down against Marlin. First match on. He's now 2 points down. As we get towards the sharp end, he's now 1 point down. Good topspin. Wang blocking off the end of the table. Level, 7-all. Wang, 2 serves. Counter topspin. Didn't give too much ground there, Timo Boll. The ball kicks up onto the edge of Wang's bat, flies into the air. And that's 3 consecutive points for Timo Boll. And that's a wonderful flick. The return was a little high, close to the net, but of course that then maximises the angles available. But he disguises it well, does Wang. Body action looked as though it was going into the Boll backhand. Last minute adjustment of racket angle. Out it goes wide to the forehand. 8-all. Oh, what a fantastic topspin from Timo Boll. It's almost as though he invited the topspin on the diagonal. The serve does go long. Holds his ground, caution to the wind. Takes that backhand off the bounce, totally relaxed. 9-8. Again, the service was slightly long. The error from Wang. He goes to push, changes his mind. The topspin just catches the top of the net, flicks it off the end. 2 match points for Timo Boll. Wang serving, facing. 2 match points to level this match at 2 games apiece. And that's great play from both players. Wang was determined to get in with a strong topspin. That first backhand's out wide to the forehand, then he's deep into the backhand, spraying the ball around the table. Backhand and forehand topspins, relentless table tennis. 1 game point saved, 1 remains. And there it is. Boll takes the final point to win 11-9. And now this match couldn't be any closer. 2 games apiece. The scores have been incredibly close. The world number 1 against the world number 2, semi-final of the world team event. Boll in front of his home crowd here in Bremen. The bat, the rubber, and it went off the side also. That's a good start by Wang Liqin, very positive behind the serve. Capitalised 100% then on the advantage of the serve, followed in with what we call a strong third ball. The service being the first ball, the return the second ball, and then obviously the third, fourth ball thereafter. And that's where Boll's so good, the counter topspin. Wang got in first, the service drifted long. Wasn't a particularly strong topspin, but Boll pounces on it. Wang, backhand block, catches the top of the net, flicks it off the end of the table. So Boll, likewise, very determined to be positive behind the serve. Forces Wang to block with the backhand from the backhand side. Both players win the 2 points with service. Wang to serve. Boll had to drop away from the table. Goes for that backhand. Again, it's caution to the wind. He knows away from the table he's struggling, so why not go for a difficult shot? It could have been a winner, that backhand down the line, had it have gone on. Excellent play. Good touch from Boll. Wang thought he was going to go long. Brings him in with that short one, then the backhand topspin. When Wang gets to it, the ball started to drop. Can't take it at the top of the bounce. First point against the serve. Boll now needs to capitalise, take both these points with service. That's the first one. Boll coming out on top on a topspin exchange. Wang just hesitating slightly. Normally plays a stronger topspin. Just wonder whether the pressure's beginning to get to him. A capacity crowd going absolutely berserk in favour of the German player, obviously. And then the backhand flick misses. So Boll does capitalise. It looks to me as though that could have been a timeout. We shall see in a second. The flick off the end of the table. And it does. It looks like we have a timeout. Wang Liqin. Certainly feel after that start he won the first 2 points with his serve. He led 2-0. And then the last 6 points, he's only taken 1 point. The momentum has certainly shifted in favour of Boll. Good time for a timeout. Let's slow it down a little bit. Let's try and stop the German player who's just beginning to get on top. Let's have a break in play. Let's break that momentum. Let's recompose ourselves and start again. There's still only 2 points in it. Not often you see China in this sort of situation. 2-2 is looming in games. Still a long way to go. The players now have changed ends. They do so when one player reaches 5 points in the 5th and deciding game. Wang now with service, certainly looking for both these points. A let service. Doesn't quite time that forehand topspin. Edge of the bat, flew on. First point in this sequence to Wang. This would be a bonus point for Boll. Wang up at the table, dominating the rally. Good topspin. Hindsight, backhand block. But the positive Boll looking to get in with his forehand. Can't knock him for that. So, 2 games apiece. 5 points apiece. And of course, it's the #1 player in the world against the #2. Leading edge flies off the end of the table. What a point! What an absolutely fantastic point! Wang Liqin celebrates. He thoroughly deserves to do so. The Chinese supporters off their feet. The German supporters, good sports as they are, applauding. What a fantastic rally. The rally of the match to date. And eventually it was that forehand topspin error from Boll that cost him the point. And that was a fantastic rally. I assume by the music in the background that we've got a timeout. And of course, that will be called by the German bench. The momentum you just sense shifted since the last timeout. Wang back in the ascendancy. Yeah, that was a wonderful point. Well done, Wang. The clenched fist, the grin, sums up his feelings, and sure enough, we have had a timeout. Both players now back at the table. Liu Guliang telling him to think. A knowing nod. Not sure what they know, but that certainly looked confident. And now Wang, 2 serves to come. And a very quick flourish of topspins from both players. And again, Boll getting in with the forehand topspin, looks at his racket in disgust. How could I miss that one? It was one that he has been making throughout this match, but he missed on that occasion. 8-5 for Wang. And again, that was great table tennis. Most players would have blocked. Boll didn't. He throws his bat at the ball, but Wang's equal to it. He's holding his ground. Playing that one with a little bit of side spin. Boll gets himself in the cramped position, can't quite get the swing. And now Wang Liqin, fist in the air, 5 match points and 5 points away from China, moving into the final. But what a battle it's been. Full marks to the German team. You can see the relief from Liu Guliang. It's not quite over yet. It's never over when you're playing Timo Boll till you win that last point. The ball stays a fraction low. Under the bat of Wang Liqin. 1 match point save, 4 remain. And now Wang has 2 serves to come. And there it is, Wang Liqin takes the final point, wins the fifth game, 11-6, and that was a fantastic performance by Wang, a fantastic performance by Timo Boll. The world number 1 and 2 players put in a worthy display. The crowd absolutely delighted, the German crowd on their feet saluting Timo Boll, but it's China who win 3-1. It's China who move into the final of the team event here in Bremen.